All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got a report from some of my people that the recording of that 50 pips, how to get 50 pips per trade scalping on gold it was not gotten properly for them. Okay, so let's quickly go. Now, I'm just going to do a brief one. I told you that most time I have to check my key level, and I told you how I plug it. If you have not known how to do that, you're going to watch my video, and then it's going to give you this. So I pick my channel, that's parallel channel. Then I plot to expand so that I can have a rule. Then I can take it a bit far too, but it has to be very straight, right? So I perhaps want to just pick. I'm sure you can see my screen this time around. If you cannot see my screen, you kindly let me know. Then I'm going to just clone that I can duplicate. So I could just stop here. So because I don't want this video to be too lengthy. Then let's go. I'll change to chart as to candlestick. So there we go. I go back to daily time frame. So all I need to do is just to get my weekly key level on my weekly. So now we want to do something to, we have our, we say combinations, that's fairly sparse strategy and combinations of price actions and then some segment of ICT. So now what do we do? So, and I said what I do on a daily time frame, yes, I come to actually check the previous day low and high of the candle. Then I use my horizontal array to mark it. So if you look at it, get into this one now. So that means this one, and then the low with this one, because that is the previous day. Okay, so what I'm waiting for now, very simple. So, and I tell you people that I change this one to a dotted line instead of I change to dash instead of normal line. I restart. Now I've changed it. I just want to have this. And I said again, I do just check some of those pivot points. So probably I can find somewhere here. And then other pivot point could be this one. And then other one could be this one. Then you can see find another relevant one here. Yeah, you probably want to ask me what's a pivot point, that area of liquidity or interest that had happened all of that. Remember, this is scalping. I'm going to teach a different topic on that intraday trading, value with currencies and all like. Okay. Now I've gotten this. Yeah. So my one thing I want to check is the current, right? The recent structural break. You look at this market, you know that it has been sideways. So look at this, a break of structure that we can find here. Then we'll have this breakdown into this point. Then we'll rally back up. So now I want to go to 4 hours quickly so that we can do what I want to show to you. So when I go to 4 hours, so all these lines actually check and change them to a nearest whole number. Okay, I change them to what we call a nearest whole number. The nearest whole number, so just to click on the line and then click on settings and go to coordinate. And you see that this number is at not a whole number, so it's 53. So I change it to 50.00. Right? So just change it to a whole number. So we'll call it psychological number. So I just change it that way. Then I can change this one too, and then go back to this one. So 59. So I'm going to change it to 60. 60. Okay. 0.00. You're getting it now? So 60.00. So I click OK just to align this line. So let's go here, settings. This one is 26. Can change it to 25 also. That would be like a different thing altogether. So change to 25. All right. And then I click OK. So, but remember, this is the previous day high and low. This may not really work because I really need to go to that high low. So that's one of the things. So the only one I want to change are those pivot points and all of that. So let's allow this one to lie and allow this one to lie because I need something about them. All right, so probably I can change this one. So just understand what we are doing per time. So I go back here. So this one is 44. I continue to 45, the nearest whole number. Okay, the nearest whole number. So I click OK. Now this one is far off, so let's not bother ourselves so much about this. Now quickly, so we're in 4 hours. So what do we want to do? Now this time around, I'm going to draw a horizontal line, not ray. Okay, so I'm going to take my horizontal line. Now my horizontal line, so if you look at this market has been choppy, but now this is our own strategies combining price action, ICT, and then at the same time, kind of psychological level. So now I'll go to my horizontal line. So let's take horizontal line to a kind of major resistance. So I probably could find this. You can see that this is a major resistance that market has been struggling to cross. So I'm going to take another one. And this is another external major support, right? This external major support. So then I can take another one just to anyone, so don't bother. So I just to locate all of these points, major support. So you know this line can form both support and resistance. I'm just identifying some major internal structure or internal key level. Now we're arriving at somewhere so that you can trade with this in a gradual process. I'm going to show you how that actually happened. Okay. All right. So I think we're going to find more. So I just place them. Now, so take note. Now, this is very, very important area now. You know, market have been sideways. Now, even if it's not sideways, even if it's trending, you still want to do what I do just to understand you taking profit for 50 pips. So let's look at this one. Where is the nearest whole number? Or if you look at where the market is presently, this candle, where is the next whole number? Is showing 4008. So we're going to change this one to 4010. Okay, 4010. Now 4010 is the coordinate, so that means we are targeting 100 pips per interval. Okay, 100 pips per interval. So I click OK. Let's look at this one on top. That means this next one should be 4020. Okay, so you have to round it up to the nearest whole number, 4020. You get it? So here we go. That means, do you get it now? So if you like, you can create more to accommodate some up move more. Because so we can look at this one now. So if we have 4020 before, we're going to have 4030. Make sense? Yes. Okay. Then the same thing, you can create more because to the week of up to this level. So let's create more. So now we're going to have 4040. Does that make sense? Yes. 4040. So we have 4040. And you click on it. Okay, 4040. This one, I thought we have created this one, or we did not clone it or something. 4020. So this 4020. 4030 should be the next. Excuse me. 4020, so that was 4030. That should be the next. 4030. Yes, that should be the next. Then 4040 should follow. So we're in order now. Okay. So I saw a gap that was wider. So let me just add one more to the top. Let me add one more to the top. You see, I just clone and then create. So then we need to go to the settings. To 4040, there will be 4050.00. So don't forget adding the 0.00 and give you flat So now let's go to this one. So we can have to create a new line. So let's look at it. And settings, that will be 40. Since the other one is 4010, that will be 4010. This one will be 40000. That's 4000.00. You have it nice, right? So let's go to this one, right? Then this one will be 3990. Make sense? So just 10 interval. That 10 is 100 pips. Okay. Then we get this, right? So we'll go to this guy. So 3990. Then we have 3980.00. Just follow what I'm doing. Then I want to reduplicate to have more lines here. Okay, because obviously it's close. So we go back there to, since the last one we have what, 4080. The next we should have is 3980. Then it should be 3970.00. Make sense? And this one is going to be 39, right? 39, right? 3960.00. Okay, just to have this interval. So I can duplicate this because I just want to cover these arrays, right? So let me duplicate this one too to cover these arrays. Now, you are going to see where price action come to play here. So we have almost at the same point for this one. So let's go 4070 or 4060 was the last one we populated. Then we'll now go populate this one. That's 3950 because the other one was 3960. Can you see that? Then we have this 3940. That's what you're going to have next. 3940.00. Makes sense? Then let's duplicate this now. Now you're going to be meticulous in this because, and that's why I always encourage us in our trading not to trade too many instruments. I do this one more for good. So 39. So this is already 3930. Makes sense? No stress. So this one 39. So 3920. That's what we should have now. 3920. Right? 0.00. Makes sense? Then we can have this. We can create more. So 3920 was the last one. So we're going to have 3910. Something like that. 3910.00. Makes sense? And this one we can have, let's see the last one, so that I shouldn't have traveled this much. So 3910, then we're going to have 3900. 3900.0. Okay, there we stop. Make a lot of sense. Now what you have done now is the price is fractals. Now you have done this. And then you can see that this is already, the market is at the support between 3 and 400. Okay, 400. Let me check. I think I'm seeing a number. Okay, 400. Okay. So now let's go quickly. So we're going to step down to a lower time frame, perhaps 15 minutes. 15 minutes, 5 minutes. You can slow down to any time frame in a lower time frame, but understand this I want to show to you. Now, this is 15 minutes. So ordinarily by structure, you know, those of you, my student, you know what it is. This was a structure traveling up, right? Externally, you have this massive move down. Remember, I will say it's a combination of price actions, key levels, and of course, your price action, key levels, and smart money concept. All right. So most of you know what to talk about, the break of structure to the origin and all the like. Okay. Because ordinarily when I'm trading this market, I will have traded up and all of that. And then after the whole thing, the market return back to another kind of origin, and then look at liquidity, all were swept and the market returned back down here. Okay. So, but you are confused. Where is the market going to go to when it opens? Of course, when the first opening, probably may see the market return back here to sweep all of this liquidity, get rejected, and then eventually sell down. Perhaps, but what if it doesn't happen that way? That's not a problem. So remember, 50 pips is what we're targeting, all right? 50 pips is what we're targeting. So if you like, you can go to 5 minutes, you're going to find similar thing. Can you see now? You're going to find similar thing. Now, I want us to do something. I'm going to go forward to the way the market is moving, where the market is traveling to. Now, so follow me now. I'm going to go to not horizontal line, not horizontal ray. I'm going to take my trend line. So I'm taking my trend line probably for the body of the candle, and then let's draw. So let's draw. Don't mind, but just ensure that it's straight, but don't mind whatever it looks like. You don't try to centralize it. We're going to centralize it. So now I'm going to clone. You know the way I clone. I just clone to place many of them at different levels. You understand? So I go ahead again and clone. So just to clone them and then carry them to those centers. Okay, just go to those centers. You understand? Just go to those centers. Just cloning them to those centers. It's not difficult. You can see that analysis or setup is not the same time of your setup that you are taking trade. So most time when we tell people, they don't pay attention to all of those things. So I take it down here. So let's go. I just want to align something for us. Yes, let's go. Then I clone again. So you can do it by yourself. I just want to show you something very important. So let me stop here. Now I'm done here, right? What next am I supposed to do? Then, each of those lines you've drawn in the center, click on them. So you are going to align them. First alignment is on the coordinates. In between where and where is it? It's in between 4030 to 4040. So your center line is going to be 35.00. Now, so you clean off this. Now you're having double here. Yes, you have to adjust the two of them. Now let me show you something that is very important. Now, what this one have done is that this is your take profit. If you enter from here, this is your take profit. Then, but what do I do next? We are going to go to text. Go to the text and do this thing for me there. You see this 14? You can leave it if you like. I'm bolding it. Now you're going to type TP. So put it in capital letter TP. So TP, and say TP, I will put it TP equal to, that's 4030. Make sense? Then come down to this point. You see this text alignment? Here, you're going to change it to middle, because yours may be not in middle. Here, you're going to change it to center. Then you're good to go. You do that to all of them. You see mine? So when you enter, you have an idea and understanding that the market is going up that point. Okay, so the same thing you repeat here. You go to yours. Okay, so TP equal to what? To be 4020 this time around. Remember, in between 20 and 30. Now you go to the coordinate. This already aligned. Go to the coordinate. So that is 20, 40, 25. Good. Yes, 20, 40, 25. So you are going to adjust both places. 25 point, okay, 00. Okay. So let's go. You click on OK. Can you see that? So I'm just going to do few one. So I don't want to waste time. Let's go to settings, coordinate. It's going to be 15.00. Okay. 15.00. TP or to 4010. This center. Same thing here. Move here. TP, the one that come first. So we are now here. That will be 4005 coordinate 4005.00. I hope you guys are following. Let me just do two more. So this one will be 95. X. All right, that will be 85. Okay, so very simple. Now what happened is this. This is where your job comes. So when as the market is daily dialing here. Now we that trade confluences of market structure, right? And then on the price actions and then the smart money concept. You still want to have an idea of where the market is going to when it breaks the structure, look for the origin and all the like. So, but at the time, it will now align or align with almost the same point. So, but there's something that's very important. So when you find the market, or we traded this previously, so that 15 minutes or 5 minutes, that depends on the time you want to use. Now, so when you find the market, so remember when I say when this market open, you can do any abracadabra. So, but a resistance, major resistance is this one up. That's the main. We have main level and we have a sub level, or main level, and then we have a major level and a minor level. Okay, so this is a major level, this is a minor level. So you are taking profit at those minor levels. Now, this will happen. If you look at this market now with the retrace here, number one, I use power 3 at a point. Now, outside the power 3 at a point, then I look at market candlestick pattern on its own at those point level, okay? And then you can find a trade as proper as possible, okay? So now, if this market open, and then I really want to see sometime when it break out of it and I want it to retest, I go to 1 minute and I will be able to see it very, very well. Now, if you go on 3 minutes or 1 minute, I'm just trying to let you know. So, because sometimes when you are waiting on a higher time frame, you won't know when the market has. Because remember, gold has so much volume. So imagine here what happened here. This is a power 3. Okay, this is a power 3. This one. So when you are finding an entry, you are entering at the key level, your stop loss below there. Now, if you go to 1 minute, the 1 minute will quickly show me when the market has broken out and retested. Right? So look at this 1 minute. You are expanding it. Remember, so if I take a trade at the minor, I will take profit at the major. So, but you still need to know the strength at which the market is moving. So, but let's say you're targeting 2-3 profit. So we can also say, okay, here, this power 3, this is 1, this is 2, and then this is the second one. And so that means at the market coming to this point, so my entry is going to be here. My stop loss below the wick of the power 3. Sometimes I let it open targeting, let it not break this, but that's going to be 50 pips already. And then if the momentum is not high. So to this point, you are doing about 40 something pips. If you are targeting up here, That's going to be 90 something pips, because of you didn't take it on this line immediately. So you can go to 1 minute and be able to find a trade as fast as possible. Okay. So like this one, when this is a break, you probably want to wait till it to retest this point before buy and target this take profit. That makes a whole lot of sense for us. And so what we do is that we still go by our market structure and then to identify break of structure and back to the origin. And then just like those things that happen here, you have this return to origin and all of that. There's an alignment the same way, an alignment and all in all. Now, another thing we do is that some of you are beginners on our platform. We'll still give you indicator that can help you to actually spot out all of those structures. And then, another block where you can find an entry at the point. Okay, so let me just bring out to show you some of those stuff. Let me just show you quickly. Okay, now if you look at it now, this is an indicator, okay, that gives a kind of order block. This is another block, a point of interest. After the break of structure, point of interest, break of structure, a point of interest. Now, when the point of interest has been mitigated with another block, it turned to a support, and that is exactly what happened here. But now, this has created another kind of point of interest. So the market could travel back to the point and mitigate or turn to the previous point that was mitigated, turn into a support or resistance. So this helps you to scale your trading entry and then as much as possible. Okay, then you have a fair value gap that will be identified, by the market because of the tool you're actually making use of. Okay, so that's the basic about this catching the 50 pips, on gold. Now, can this thing be applied to other instruments? Well, yes, but at that point, there's a different measurement you use because the one you are taking 10 here, if it's Bitcoin, maybe 1,000 different and all of that. So, okay, that's one thing we need to understand. I hope this is very clear enough, to help you find an entry. When you come to my point of interest, that's my key level. I want to see a candle pattern. Look at this what do I call it? In fact, this trade when I was teaching one of the day, power of 3, it do as if the people were not going to, this trade was going to mess them up. And what do we say? We said, when this power of 3 happens at the key level, right? It happens at the key level. So what really happened is this, since that power of 3 occur at that key level, so at the close of the manipulations is the entry and then stop loss above it. So above it, 1 ratio 2 risk reward. So 1 ratio 2 risk reward will have been here, somewhere here, right? So the market, anyway, so the market actually came and then manipulated up again, but never got to the, and then get sold. And it created another power of 3 here. But I think the momentum was already failing. I think, how do I even observe that? Right? The momentum was already failing. If not, this is another entry. Well, this entry now, okay, yeah, if you mark it, you will have done your profit taking, got that profit taking here. But to get to your next resistance, didn't get there. Then we have the market crashing down till when we crash down here. So for someone who is actually targeting this support level, that means going to do over how many pips? That's over 200 pips or thereabout. So these are the things that you have to have your boldness and understanding with confluence of your mind and your belief system, right? So that's it for this one. So if you're watching us, you can always come back to check. Now I'm going to do the next thing I'm going to do is the intraday trading strategy. Okay, so this is not going to be more scalping, but of key levels or psychological level. It's going to be more of your trend strategy to catch a trade as much as possible. I hope that's helped us to really understand what we're talking about. So my name is Medas Feljima. I'm the team leader of Plan B Xpress. Want to join our academy to make money, have access to signals, scanners, and all of that, then there's a need for you to go to comment sections and join our group free. Thank you, and do have a nice time.